You're right, I'm Matthew, and welcome to episode 4 of Liverpool's Guided to Glory. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, I would advise you to go and watch them before you watch this one. And if you like the concept of this series, please give the video a like and subscribe if you want to see more. And in this episode, we are going to be playing a couple of games. The first game is going to be against Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League group stage, trying to get a hold of our group in that one. And the second game is in the Premier League, where we are going up against Manchester United in the Northwest Derby. So, let's get straight into the game. So, I'll have a quick look to see what we have done since the last episode. As if you remember the last episode, all we did in the last episode was these two games, the draw against Arsenal and the win against Dortmund, the first time we played them in the group stage. And in between we have only had two matches. The first one, we were at home against Fulham in the Premier League. We sent out a bit of a rotated side. I had to go with Virgil van Dijk playing in defensive mid in this game. I thought, it could be interesting. He's got the stats to do well there. And it was Xherdan Shaqiri who was the only man to get a goal in this match. And we won it 1-0. And the second match, very much more impressive performance after the international break. A 5-0 victory over Crystal Palace. And in this match, we played very, very well. As you can see, Sadio Mane got a couple, Salah got one, Henderson, and Joe Gomez got his first goal of the season in this one as well. A header from a corner, I believe it was. But yeah, we played excellent in this match. We kept Palace chances to a minimum, as you can see, and we had a really, really good time. But that is all in the past now, and in this episode we are doing these two matches here. And we're going to kick it off with a match against Borussia Dortmund. As you can see here, Ajax have beaten Başakşehir, so they have moved on to 9 points. And if we were to win this match, we would move on to 9 points, but we cannot go top of the group as Ajax beat us the first time around. I think we play them next in terms of Champions League games, but we can get straight into this game, and we are playing a little bit of a rotated side out today. So the side we are going for is Alisson is going to be our goalkeeper. We've got Upamecano and Joel Matip in the centre of defence. Actually, I'm going to swap them two around. We're going to have Trent Alexander-Arnold at right back. Kostas Tsimikas will play at left back. We've got Fabinho in defensive mid. Keita will play as the box-to-box, Thiago as the advanced playmaker. We've got Xherdan Shaqiri and Diogo Jota on the wings with Divock Origi up front. And we've got a whole host of players we can bring on from the bench. And at this moment in time, we've also finally not got any injuries to our squad. So we're going to get straight into this one. And yeah, it should be a difficult game going to the Signal The Signal Iduna Park against Borussia Dortmund. They're a very, very good side. I think that's only one change since last time we played them. So it still should be a very difficult fixture. With the likes of Erling Haaland and Jadon Sancho in there attacking against us. And we do want to keep this run of form going because we have been in good form all season. And this back five is still going to be very, very hard to break down. Very hard. But as you can see, our recent form is very, very good. In the last 5, 4 wins and 1 draw. As you can see there, we are currently set second place. But we cannot go top because Ajax beat us in that first fixture. And we're going to get straight into the game. And hope we can get a result out of this one. You can have a quick look to see a couple of the other games in that sidebar there. But they have a corner with Guerrero. Haaland has headed it in and Trent's cleared it off the right. Royce has been tackled. Very important tackle there. Has gone out for another corner for them though, unfortunately. Guerrero to whip in from the other side this time, and Haaland's header this time He's off target, he goes over the top of the bar. But hopefully from that sort of position Alisson would have had it covered anyway. But yeah, you can see a couple of the other teams that are doing well on the sidebar. But Dortmund are in again there. Haaland's header has fallen into Alisson's arms. Now can we launch an attack of our own now? He's hit it out and Jota has picked it up very nicely. Origi now. Origi's through and Origi's had a very long shot there. And it wasn't too far over the bar, to be honest. That was pretty good from Divock Origi. Anyway, Meunier throwing to Sancho. Sancho running towards the box. Back out to Meunier. Up the right hand side they are. Into Axel Witsel. Witsel crosses in. Shaqiri will clear, but only as far as Kurt. Kurt into Emre Can. Back to Kurt. Passing it between them. Can will hit it across to Witsel. Hummels will pick it up in defence. Stromer now. Forward to Witsel. Back to Stromer. And Witzel's got it again and he's hit it over the top through to Erling Haaland. But Alisson has caught that one. However, Haaland was offside anyway. So it's not a terrible start for us, but we'd like to have more chances. Guerrero throwing to Marco Reus. Reus back to Witsel. Witsel slips it through to Reus there, and Reus's shot is a very weak one. Alisson can collect that very easily and hit it up the pitch now, and Jota's on the end of it again. Can he get through? He is through, and he's shot, and Berkey has made the save, and it has gone out off of Jota, so that is a goal kick for them. Berkey's going to take the goal kick to Stromer, across to Kurt, and Kurt's going to hit it forward to Marco Reus, overlapping Guerrero on this side here, back into Reus, and Reus is going to cut inside and switch it across to the other side, and Kostas Tsimikas makes a very good tackle on Jadon Sancho there, and Jota's come away with it again. Jota running forward. He looks very, very active in this game so far. Keita to Origi, and Origi's found a pass to Shaqiri, who's all on his own on that right hand side. Back into the middle with Keita. Over to the right again with Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Keita on the edge of the box on this right hand side here. Keita's took the shot on himself, and Berkey has made the save quite easily there, as it has just blatantly hit him. I do want to demand more a bit here, because apart from Diogo Jota, we don't seem to be performing too well. But they have another corner now. Guerrero into the middle. Matip will head it away, and Origi's picked it up. Origi running forward. He's switched onto the left hand side. He's slipped it through to Jota now. Can Jota do anything with this? Can he cross it in? Out to Tsimikas. Tsimikas makes the cross, but there's no one underneath it. Keita can get it back. Trent now. Back to Keita. Can Keita make a cross in? And he is dispossessed, but Trent will pick it up. Trent right back into the midfield with Fabinho. Back to Trent. Can Trent cross it across the box? He can. And he's done it again. Thiago long shot there, but it's just wide. And unfortunately, we are still at a stalemate in this match. Neither of us getting a goal yet in this first half, which is, it's okay, you know. We haven't conceded, but we also haven't scored. We seem pretty similar so far in terms of how well we're playing. Jota seems, I think Jota deserves a better rating than that, because he's been very active in this first half. I think I like what I've seen from him in this role. Anyway, throwing now from Trent to Xherdan Shaqiri, dispossessed by Emre Can, and Dortmund pick it back up. Kurt hits it forward towards Erling Haaland, but Trent will win it back now. Forward to Shaqiri. Shaqiri will run inside, and will he try and get it across to the other side? Through to Jota. Jota's made an effort there, and Jota has scored a very, very nicely placed goal into that right bottom corner of the net past Berkey. Very, very well planted. Shaqiri just runs into the middle, has all the space in the world, and there's an easy run for Jota to make there, and he just takes one touch and then taps it around through the players, guides it into that bottom right corner. And we are 1-0 up, which is very, very nice. And we're starting this highlight with the ball. Trent is running up the right hand side here, and he's beaten his first man. Can he beat the second? And he has beaten the second. Can he whip it into the middle? No, he's going to pass it back to Keita. Keita gets it and his shot is blocked, and Witsel will manage to make the clearance as far as the throw-in. And throw-in is going to be shown. Kostas Tsimikas to take the throw-in to Jota. And Jota has slipped it through to Thiago, and Origi's got it now. And the defence just kind of stood still there to let Divock Origi get through to put us 2-0 up and to get his first goal of the season. Which, if I was the Dortmund manager right now, I would be ranting at my players for letting that happen. Who is this in the middle? It's Mats Hummels, the most experienced of the lot. You'd expect him not to make that mistake. But he has done, and it's very good for us that he has, because it's put us 2-0 up. We are going to make our first substitution now. Yeah, I'm going to bring Fabinho off. We can bring on Jordan Henderson just to toughen up that defence a little bit. Fabinho doesn't really seem to have done much in this game. I think I've seen him on the ball once within the highlights, despite being in a playmaker role. Anyway, Delaney back to Stromer, forward to Guerreiro. Guerreiro is in space, he's crossed it into the middle. Jadon Sancho has headed over the bar, but that was a good attack by Dortmund. Right, we're going to make another substitution now. Who to bring off? I reckon we can bring off Naby Keita here. And you know what? Let's bring the Ox on. The Ox hasn't got too much game time for us yet this season, so we can let him have a game. But they're on the right hand side here. Thorgan Hazard seems to come on the pitch, but we have won it back. Divock Origi's now running forward. He's 1 against 5 at the moment, it appears. Hit it back to the Ox. Ox will beat the first man. Tried to hit it over the top, but Burkitt will collect that one. Origi didn't make the run. It was probably a little bit too high for him anyway. And Dortmund can come on the attack now. Guerreiro, back to Delaney, back to Hummels, and Hummels hits it forward to Axel Witsel, through to Hazard, out wide to Meunier on the right hand side. Can he make the cross? And Tsimikas will cut it out, but Meunier keeps it in play to Witsel, back to Meunier. Meunier beats Tsimikas this time, and Julian Brandt at the back post. That's very, very disappointing for them, because that is a chance they really should be taking in this game. It's very important for them to not lose this game, or it puts them in a more difficult position. But we are going to make our last substitution on around the 80th minute mark. I am going to bring off Kostas Tsimikas, because he has been involved a little bit, but not enough to warrant keeping him on. We'll bring on Andy Robertson, try and get a little bit more up that right hand side. We're going to try and fire him up. That has made them very, very sad. That is very disappointing. Oh no. But we can try and we can bring someone else off now. We'll bring someone else. We'll bring off Shaqiri. We'll bring on Mo Salah for the last few minutes of the game. I'm sure he'll enjoy that. But yeah, that maybe trying to fire him up at this point, not a great idea. Luckily, we haven't conceded from my imbecilic tendencies. But we've won the ball back, but they've got it back now. Hazard running up the right-hand side. They've made another couple of changes, it appears. Into Brandt, but Trent cuts it out. Salah back to Henderson, forward to Thiago. And Thiago hits it to Jota. Jota's going to beat the first man, who's running back into the position now. And Jota slipped it through for Salah. Can Salah score? And he's been blocked by Guerreiro. Guerreiro made a great run back there defensively. We've got a corner in the final few seconds of the game. Thiago whips it into the middle. Henderson got the shot. Oh, there were 3 shots there. The first 2 were blocked, and Salah's just got on the end of it to get his 9th goal of the season. So, it appears like we're winning this match quite comfortably, even though in the first half we were probably the slightly worse team. Dortmund had a lot of chances, they just failed to capitalise on them, unfortunately for them. As you can see here, there were 3 shots there. I think an Origi header, a Henderson shot, and then an Origi shot maybe before the Salah shot got through. But yeah, it's a very good game to win. I'm very, very happy with that performance. Jota and Origi were great. They seem to play very well together up front, and I think I will just come back for the next game. I will update you if there's anything major that happens till then, but if not, I'll just see you in the next game. And now we are back for the second part of this episode. The Northwest Derby against Man United. We are away from home at Old Trafford in this one. This is going to be a very difficult game. As you can see in the Premier League, we are currently sat first and second. We are 1 point ahead of them. We are still unbeaten, and we are the only team in the league now completely unbeaten this season. But this is going to be a very, very difficult game, one of the most difficult games of the season. So we are going to go into this one, and the team we are going for is, of course, our best lineup. Alisson in goal, Joe Gomez and Virgil van Dijk at centre back, Trent at right back, Andy Robertson left back, Fabinho in defensive midfield with Henderson as the box-to-box, Thiago as the advanced playmaker, Salah on the right, Mane on the left, and Roberto Firmino up front. And I think we should just get straight into this one. 7 changes from the last match, rested a lot of these players so they'd be fresh for today. Could have a quick look at Manchester United's starting 11, and it's they might have a couple of players out. Actually, there's some key players missing there. They've no Marcus Rashford. They have no Paul Pogba. That is very good for us. A couple of the lesser of the team coming in, the likes of Daniel James and one of my all-time favourite players, Juan Mata, in this team. And yeah, Axel Tuanzebe as well. Young centre back is starting for them in this game as well. We can do the opposition instructions there, and we can tell them to put on a worthy display and go into this match. Oh, Manchester United have lost a couple in the last 5 as well, so it could be a good time to play them. We have 4 out of 5 wins, the other being a draw, so we haven't lost in our last 5. And we are currently sat top of the table. So, can we get a good result here? Let's hope so. We can start this match off. Oh, what's happened there? We've scored. I don't know how that's happened. I do not understand a single thing that's happened in that scenario there. Oh, it's been disallowed as well. I really would like to see a replay on that one, because I do not understand what has gone on there. But as I was going to say before that happened, there's a couple of teams you'd expect to be doing quite well, doing very, very badly. Both Wolves and Leicester finding themselves currently in the relegation zone. But we got a highlight here. Mane is inside the box. Robertson across to Fabinho. Thiago now. Fabinho again. Fabinho here out to the right hand side. Trent will run onto it. He's got lots of space over there. Into Salah in the middle. Shaw makes the tackle, and Henderson's taken the shot, and it's gone in off Harry Maguire, and that's an own goal that has gone down as. And we are 1-0 up after 25 minutes of this match. Hopefully we can score a couple more. We want to embarrass Man United in this match. Maguire was very, very poor there. It looked like he was trying to guide it into his own net. But we got a free kick now. Thiago into the box. Gomez, and the header has just gone over for a goal kick. It's a good start to this match. We've scored from an XG of 0.25, so yeah, that's not too bad. Ideally we could have a couple more chances. We want more possession of the ball probably. We are letting them dominate possession a little bit, but we want to get back out in the second half, keep hold of our lead, keep playing well. Actually, to be fair, we're not playing particularly well to begin with, but you know, as long as we win, That's all I need to see. All I need to see is the points on the board. We're going to make our first substitution now. Let's see. Yeah, Trent's been awful. He's on a yellow card. He's been absolutely awful. We're going to bring on Max Aarons because that's what we got him for. We got him to rotate at right back, and he's done a good job in that role. But real lack of highlights in this match. We're going to make another substitution now. Just try and get something going. We'll bring off Roberto Firmino. We'll bring on Origi, who did so well in that last match. And we are going to fire him up. Does it work? Hey, they're not angry with me this time. Very, very helpful. We're going to make our final substitution already. This is really, really a terrible match to be doing on camera. Gonna bring off Jordan Henderson. We'll bring on Naby Keita. Can we get anything more out of this game? This is a poor performance. Can we demand more at this stage? They haven't got too angry about it. We've got a throw in. Finally a highlight. The 90th minute. Van Dijk hits it forward. Wan-Bissaka heads it down to Palestri though. And we've won it back. Fabinho's won it back really well there. Divock Origi's unleashed now. Can he score? Come on, Divock. But David De Gea claims it quite easily. That could be the end of the game. That in fact was an incredibly boring game for what is meant to be the biggest derby in the country. Wow, that was woeful. We had a good defence. That's what we can say. It's a good win. It's a good defence. We've beaten second in the league, but that was just an incredibly boring picture. I feel sorry for anyone who paid to watch that. The only goal was a Harry Maguire own goal. Really, really poor from both of us. We should have been going for that much more than we are. But on that terrible note, that is going to be the end of this episode. If you liked it, please like the video. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And if you have anything to add to the series, please comment. Give me some advice, give me some ideas. I would really appreciate it. And it's now time for me to say cheers for watching and goodbye.